In case you're wondering, this is my 6th video from Monday, the 21st, March. I'm going to do 6 videos, and I'm going to upload 2 for tomorrow, 2 for the next day, and 2 for the next day. Just thought you'd wonder the kind of time sometimes I dedicate to this. And I'm saying that because I read a comment, someone complaining, man, you got too many ads on your videos, I'm unsubbing. Yeah, listen. I used to do this for free. By YouTube allowing me to put ads on these videos, and I get to place them like, oh, my video is 15 minutes long. I'll put one at 4.5 minutes. I'll put another one at like 10 whatever minutes, and then whatever, in the middle of the video. It's the least I can get. It works. It's beneficial to everybody. Why? You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to subscribe to some fee, just for a monthly fee. And I get to make a couple dollars from the ads. It's a win-win situation. So while I'm sorry and I hate commercials myself, it really is for the best right now, because the amount of time, effort, research that I do on a continual basis, daily, for God's sakes, give me a break. Okay? That's how I'm going to say that. It gives me great pleasure to finally read something, because again, these are far and few in between, when I get to give you some good news. And at first I was, what, Iceland? Oh, no, Ireland. The Fighting Irish to prosecute top banker who destroyed their economy. And guess where he was hiding? This got my attention. Anglo-Irish Bank. A former head of a major Irish bank has been extradited from the U.S. and brought before Dublin District Court. Where was he hiding? The club's place, the United States. Brought before Dublin District Court to face several charges stemming from the bank's role in the 2008 financial crisis. Iceland also did it. Why is it that the United States, we won't prosecute any of them? Because they're part of the club. That's why. And the prosecutors are part of the club and are picked by them to run those positions. So if you're picked by them to be in those positions, you're not going to go out and, you're not going to go against the mob, David Drum, former chief executive of Irish Anglo Bank from 2005 until 2008, has been arrested in Boston in October 2015 and originally attempted to fight extradition, but he recently withdrew the objection and was returned to Ireland early on Monday. Drum faces 33 charges in Ireland, which 33, huh? Like the 33 Masons? Is this some kind of symbolism? Like we'll let him off the hook? What? Drum faces 33 charges in Ireland, which echoes Iceland's unprecedented move to hold its bankers criminally accountable for their role in that country's economic meltdown. Though Drum predictably denied wrongdoing, his charges include, gets ready, quick look surprised, fraud, forgery, misleading management reporting or cooking the books, unlawful lending or falsifying documents, cooking the books, and false accounting, cooking the books, linked to financial transactions prior to the collapse of Anglo, according to the Irish Times. Though prosecutors consider Drum a flight risk, after all, he seemed to be seeking safe haven inside the U.S., the court allowed the ex-banker to post bail under several conditions. Drum's passport is currently being held by the Gardaí, which is the Irish police, and under the bail arrangement, he assured the court he would not apply for another and does not possess a U.S. passport. 7 of Drum, it's that damn 7 again, 7, 33, what the hell's going on here? 7 of Drum's relatives offered to put their houses on the line as security for his bail, though the judge only required 4 names. As Russia Today reported, Drum is alleged to have participated in transactions totaling around $7 billion between Anglo and a second lending institution, Irish Life, and Permanent. I guess that's the name of it, Irish Life and Permanent. Anglo posted the worst corporate results in Irish history, with losses of $17.5 billion for 2010. Drum came to the United States in 2009 and reportedly refused to cooperate with an investigation. Prosecutors fear his capacity to marshal significant sums of money adds to the possibility Drum could easily disappear. However, his solicitor argued that in order to better prepare his defense, including sorting through the millions of documents and nearly 400 hours of phone conversations, Drum needed to remain out of prison. As the Times noted, 2 books of evidence will need to be heard by the court, one of which entails bringing 120 witnesses to testify. The former banking executive has not yet entered a formal plea. He faces a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison if found guilty. Iceland, and now Ireland, have taken action to hold criminal bankers accountable for their direct role in the economic devastation which enveloped most of the world beginning in 2008, the exact opposite of what the United States does. We're supposed to be the country that everyone looks forward to being, and I want to go there, and I want to live the American dream, and that's the greatest country ever. But we don't prosecute anybody that's a member of the club. Hell will freeze over, and this country will fall into a cliff before we go after our bankers. As of October, Iceland's criminal bankers had been sentenced to a combined 74 years in prison, with others awaiting trial. Then, the sale of one of its national banks meant a payout, albeit small, for every Icelandic citizen. The U.S. notoriously and controversially bailed out its banks, essentially rewarding them, or at least excusing them for the crisis they created. Drum was ordered by the judge to remain in Ireland. Notably, according to Russia Today, the ex-Irish banker has appealed a U.S. court's refusal to grant him bankruptcy on over $10 million of debt. So he wants to file for bankruptcy, personally, for $10 million of debt after wrecking the Irish economy and their debt, dumping them with tons of debt because of it. His own life racks up millions of dollars and now is trying to go for bankruptcy. And the U.S. court has refused him that. So one has to ask, is this particular guy, David Drum, is he really a club member? Because if he was a club member, the U.S. wouldn't have extradited him. I said he was fighting it, but then he decided, no, I'll just go. If he really didn't want to go back, the club would make sure he didn't have to go back. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with this case. But it's nice to every once in a while see the rule of law somewhere hold up. And while that should be reporting that, America today saw J.P. Morgan, Jamie Dimon's been indicted on whatever, or so-and-so from HSBC with their massive drug money laundering that they've admitted to is actually going to go to prison. Nope. I'm sad and I'm sorry. It's sad and I'm sorry to tell you, in your freaking dreams in America. Sorry about your luck. Take care.